One thing you got to always be ready for when you are locked up, no matter if it's a county jail, a detention center, a juvenile program, or prison, is shakedowns. Shakedowns come when you least expect it. Sometimes you get put on point and you hear about it before it actually happens. And sometimes it's too late and you end up losing every single thing that you got. Main thing they be looking for is contraband. For this video here, I'm going to be telling y'all about the craziest shakedown that I had while I was incarcerated in Florida prison. So let's go ahead and get into this one. Dom the best, finna be this way till I EOS. Take it how you want, nigga, yeah, I'm a pro. Fuck around and bust your lot while you're at Vizzo. I hate to be this way, but I live for the moment. Waking up every day, show me an opponent. Shanks on deck, hitting bitch with a lock. So much pool, I can even start you from the box. You don't wanna pay rent, got me bent. Got lax on deck, your money was well spent. Vultures on the prowl, so don't try testing. Step 2, cause violent first steps finessing. You a hold down man, suitcase this. My cell phone and my charger don't walk with a limp. Get it knocked off or missing, you gon' get it. Next time I see you ass, you gon' leave airlifted. What's up, y'all? You already know, man. Kfrog TV back in the building. Y'all go ahead and do me that solid favor, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe button. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can see it first. Today, man, for this video, I'm going to be talking about the craziest shakedown that I found myself in while I was locked up doing time in prison. Okay? If this your first time or you've only tuned in a couple times on this channel, what I like to let people know is my name's Frog, and 9 times out of 10, almost everything you hear about on this channel is going to be about jail or prison. And it isn't to idolize prison or to be happy and brag that I once landed there, but it's to put people up on game about what to expect and what you're going to go through and what people are going through as we speak inside of the system. All right? Now, of course, when you're locked up, it feels like a lot of the things that you are not allowed to have are what you want. You know, take it from me. I could not stay away from cell phones. I could not stay away from bangers, which are knives. You know, I could not stay away from buck, which is alcohol. Homemade prison chain gang alcohol. You know, like there were certain things that I could not stay away from. You know, it's like one of those things that you feel like you're bored. There's nothing to do. You want to do something that you're not allowed to do. And contraband seems to be the main thing that's always involved. All right? Now, I've been through multiple, okay? I'll say it again, multiple shakedowns, okay? Whether it was from when I was young and I was in the detention center or the juvenile program. I was in, schools that were, for bad kids, that alternative schools, and we had shakedowns there, like I've been through so many as an adult in the county jail, and in prison. But this one that I'm about to tell y'all about was totally different, and it stuck out because it was one of them damn nights where I felt, nervous. I didn't know how it was going to go. All right? Speaking about it, that's what made it such different than the others. This one, it was dark outside, okay, when this one happened. You feel me? And it looked like something you would see in a movie or something like that. And there were so many different things going on, all right? And it just was mind-blowing, okay? Now, how it all started is during the day normally is when they come blitz you, when they come shake down, when they come, flip your stuff, etc. Whatever it is they're going to do. Well, at this time, the institution I was at, there was a lot of people that kept getting $150'd. All right. And what it was had nothing to do with me or anybody that, like I was associated with or anything. But there was like, a retaliation back and forth going on amongst people that actually had beef on the street that landed at the same institution. So, an eye for an eye. You hit one of mine, I hit one of yours, and then I get my get-backs for that one, and I'm coming to get my get-backs for him. And that's how it was. So after so many situations took place, and it was in my dorm, they decided to do a shakedown. Now, this shakedown was different because they came way early in the morning. I'd say like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. It was pitch dark out, and normally they don't want inmates outside, in the dark. That's why they do chow so early normally. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it'd be dark or it'd be getting dark as you're walking back from chow because, time changes. So at this time, when they came around, everybody get up. They turned all the lights on. Get up, get up. exit the building, exit the building, exit the building. And they put all of us on the rec yard, all right? When we go on the rec yard, we had to do the whole 9, you know, like we normally do when we go, you know, to rec. You know, everybody got to just run out the door, hurry up and get to the rec cage, walk through the metal detector, and boom, handle your business, you know? Now, it's early and everybody's got 101 things going on, so main thing I'm thinking about is, damn, you know, I got contraband, you know, I got things in the dorm, you know, I got things close by, you know, like, damn, now I got to take a risk of this shit getting knocked off and me trying to get it back, all right? So when they put me on the rec yard, they got me out there. There's about, I'd say, 500 inmates. There's probably about 500 inmates out there, okay? Now, while we're all out there, it's pitch dark, you know. They got a couple, like, bright lights on scattered out around the rec yard, you know, but nothing to where you can just look and be like, oh, there go my dog right there. Like, it was just so dark. It felt like a condemned rec yard at this time, you know. Next thing you know, while we're out there, a couple things took place which made it such a crazy situation. Is while we're out there, I guess it was the perfect timing for someone to pop off on an enemy of theirs, you know. Whether it was like a beef, you know, or it was just, you know, from aggravation from being outside. You know, people are complaining that they're tired. Man, this is bullshit. We're out here. You know, this is bullshit, yada, 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 you know, back and forth. To where, you know, after a while you get aggravated. So, next thing you know, some shit pops off between some inmates over by the handball court. See a couple guards run over there, you know. And we're all just sitting there vibing, you know, chilling and shit. And it felt like forever, you know. Everybody's got 101 things on their mind. What are they going to find? I'm going to confinement, you know. Asking anybody that you could see, hey, were they by my bunk when you looked in there? You know, like trying to figure out if they possibly found something that was yours. Next thing you know, starts raining. Pouring down rain, okay? And normally when things take place, if somebody gets wet up on the yard or something like that, you know, they'll probably close down recs, send everybody back to their dorm, lock everybody down, try to figure out as much as they can. When a lot of times they normally don't. Well, this one here, this fight shit took place over by the handball court. It starts pouring down rain. Next thing you know, somebody ends up getting cut on the rec yard. So when the cut happens, the dude goes to running like this, screaming that he got hit up. It's raining out. You're not allowed near the fence, okay? I got my back to the fence. A bunch of people got their backs towards the fence. The guards are screaming. The people in the gun towers are telling us to get off the gate, inmate, get off the gate. And, you know, at the same time, it's dark out here, and it's like, you know, you don't know what to expect. And you see these things are popping off, and these things are happening to where it's like, I'm not safe out here. You know what I'm saying? I know I ain't safe. Nobody's safe. Even if you're somebody with a knife, you're not safe. You feel me? It makes you wonder, like, you know, you try to be on your, you know, your tippy toes and pay attention. And it's just pouring down rain, you know, and only so many people can fit under, you know, the pavilion where the rec cage is at. You know, 500 people ain't fitting under there, you know what I'm saying? And majority of the guards are telling inmates to get out from under here, because there was weights and stuff, you know. People can get into a fight inside the rec cage. So I already knew I wasn't even going to deal with the whole huddle of trying to force myself up, you know, up under there in the rec cage. I'm like, man, it is what it is. I'm already wet. It's water, you know. Them guards don't care. You feel me? They got them the little, you know, their state issued, you know, jackets. We're out here freezing. This shit's freezing, this cold ass water. You know what I'm saying? At 3 something in the morning. It's dark as hell out. Next thing you know, the guards lock everybody on the rec cage. Like that were inside the rec cage. Lock them inside the rec cage. And then they leave the entire rec yard and start running across the compound in the dark. We see something else happen in an open bay dorm on the other side of the pound. So it was like whatever took place on the rec yard while we were out there, these other people in the other dorm must have been their brothers or their affiliates or whatever it was. So they decided to take flight and crash also. You know what I'm saying? It was like they knew, let me go ahead and make my move and do what they do. So now that the guards leave over there, you know, they go over there, it's definitely not safe out here where I'm at, right? So as I'm sitting there chilling, vibing, I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen next, you feel me? Next thing you know, I see one of my hold down mans, you feel me? He's walking around and shit like that, and he comes up to me. And he's like, oh, we're good, we're good. So I'm like, yeah. I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, where'd you put it at? He's like, what you mean? I got it on me. So I'm like, what you mean you got it on you? And this dude, this hold down man of mine at the time, he came out on the rec yard during this crazy ass shakedown with my phone. He had my cell phone on him while we were on the rec yard. You feel me? And I was like, are you serious? And I'm like, he's like, where else was I gonna put it at? And so then I'm like, how'd you get it on the rec yard anyways? And he's like, you didn't peep? The metal detectors were off when everybody came on here. How you think everybody's got knives and everything that? So I'm like, damn, are you for real? He's like, yeah, I even brought your battery pack out. For those that don't know what a battery pack looks like, I got one right here. It's just a stick you make, you know, you make a tower out of your batteries, positive and negative, you feel me? So he had my battery pack and my phone. Now, the battery pack, you know, I could understand, you know, that right there. Once they see it and they find something like that, they know you obviously had something over there in order to need a battery pack. You feel me? So I could see him, you know, bringing that or whatever. But my phone, I was kind of like iffy about, you know, I'm like, damn, dog, like, I know it's kind of, you know, it's better that it's out here now than in the dorm. But with everything that's taken place with the fighting and the stabbing and the pouring down rain and how crazy it's getting and shit like that, I'm thinking that they're going to search, like frisk and strip search everybody while we leave, you know, when we go back into the dorm, you feel me? And at that time, I didn't have like a, you know, a skateboard phone, like it wasn't a touch screen or nothing like that. I had a little small one, the Domino, you know what I'm saying? Same one as this one right here, a little finger phone, you see what I'm saying? This one right here, it was the same exact phone as this one, finger phone, you feel me? So like that ain't big or nothing like that, but at the same time, that's what was like popular at the camp that I was at, you feel me? So that's what I had, you know what I'm saying? They suck, you know, believe it or not, but hey, when you need to get calls and do what you need to do, you can handle up with them, all right? Now, people that were on the rec yard with me were so scared and, you know, like not knowing what to expect next, because it felt like when the guards left, it felt like they were gone for like 45 minutes. And a lot can happen within 45 minutes. And at this time, you know, it's loud out there. It sounds like inside of a cafeteria, like everybody's loud. It isn't like it's quiet, you know what I'm saying? And it was funny because at the time it wasn't, but now I can laugh about it. But there was like 4 other people who had cell phones at the time on the rec yard. And they were so nervous that people literally had their phones out and were texting and calling their loved ones and telling their loved ones what's going on. They don't know what's going to happen. If anything happens to me, yada, yada, yada. So I'm like, these dudes got their phones out like it's nothing right now. All it takes is for them to see one of them or just to see a light from across the compound. You know, you think of it, it's nighttime. You feel me? It's dark out. You know, you could be damn near way down the street and see somebody's phone glowing over there. You feel me? All it takes is one thing like that. And next thing you know, they're going to be searching everybody. And of course, you can, you know, bury your contraband, which that's what a lot of people do inside of prison. You know, you bury shit on the rec yard. But when it comes down to it, they bring them dogs out there. They bring them metal wands out there and they're looking for your shit. You feel me? So it's like, I was happy my stuff was on my hold down man on the rec yard. But the rec yard seemed so crazy with everything that was going on that I was like, man, I think I got more of a chance of getting that shit knocked off and found with what's going on than it being in the dorm. You know what I'm saying? And it was just one of those nights to where, like, when the people got cut and the person got in a fight on the rec yard, all they did was take them out of the, you know, like, take them out of the rec cage part and just put them out there and everything, like, just bring them to medical. And they went on about their own thing. But it wasn't like nothing serious. It's like they were more worried about finding contraband than they were what was actually happening, you know. And they're flipping our dorm for a reason, hoping to find things to, you know, label as contraband to bring people to confinement. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they find in a bunk, whoever that bunk's assigned to, they're the ones that's getting booked. You know what I'm saying? And it's like they do things like this, hoping to find things to get your ass off the pound and put you in confinement with a DR. You feel me? So you get a write-up.
But there was so much happening on the rec yard that I'm like, bro, this shit's wide open, bro. Like, the way that it's going down, I swear I thought I was going to get stabbed up that night. It was to the point to where, like, I was standing there, and my hold down man's like, you want your phone? You want your phone? I said, man, you do your job, bro. Just cuff it. Just hold it. Just hold it. You know what I'm saying? Like, a part of me wanted to grab it and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Boy, look, we out here. You know what I'm saying? Major shakedown, bro. Major shake. But then I was like, hell nah. You know what I'm saying? It was, I like to plan things like that, to know what the guards are doing and shit like that. Because the guards up in the watchtower, them boys were like, had their feet leaned, like, were up and crisscrossed. And they were sitting back, reading books and shit inside the gun tie. Didn't care that it was pouring down rain, that we were out there. They didn't care that something just happened. You know, normally, like I said, they'll clear the yard. They didn't even do that. So I knew there's more weapons on this, you know. There's more weapons out here right now. And you're just stuck inside this fence. And it literally felt like something you would see in a movie. And that right there was one of my craziest shakedowns that I ever been involved in. You know what I'm saying? Because it just, I had that feeling, you know, there was tension. There was tension in the air in my mind. You know what I'm saying? To where, like, I felt like something was going to happen to me. Even though I was cool with damn near everybody out there, you know, but you never know, you know. People be hating, you know. Everybody that, you know, tends to be your friend really ain't your friend. You know, you never know if somebody secretly put like a hit on you, you know, or want to get you stabbed up. You never know what it is. You get what I'm saying? And what made it such a dramatic thing in my eyes is we found out later on that the people who did the shit on the rec yard knew that we were going to get a shakedown. It was like part of their plan of when to do what they were going to do. That's how the people in the other dorm knew to take flight also. You see? It was all like planned. But instead of putting the dorm up on game about the shit, nobody said nothing because they didn't want that person to get, you know, like alerted. His antennas go up that something might happen to him. You feel me? So nobody told nobody. You get what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, it's that secretive. You feel me? To where we all could have just got caught with contraband. We all could have, you know, I was sitting out there on that rec yard, and when I was looking around, I had my back against the gate, and I was standing there, and I was looking around, and I seen a couple people, like, talking to each other and shit, but like I said, it's in the rain, it's real loud and dark out. They're talking to each other and shit, and I feel like they looking at me a little piece, like people that I don't really know like that, or ones that I know are snakes, you know, ones that I know are creep, and I'm peeping and shit like that, and I felt like the energy, boy, like one of them was finna try to stab me. You know, like I peeped, you know what I'm saying? I felt like something was going on. You know, I've never felt like that in a shakedown, ever. This the only shakedown I've ever felt like something was gonna happen to me during, you feel me? And not that I'm like pussy or I want to handle my own, but it was just, I was there. There was nothing I could do about it, you know? Like, if it was going to go down, I was going to have to go through it, you know? That's what it was, you feel me? There's nothing, you know? All they're going to do is attack me, and we're going to try to fight them off, and then next thing you know, the guards are going to see who's bleeding, and they're going to come in whenever they're done going from wherever they're at, and they're going to just take whoever to medical to get stitched or glued up. You know, that's how it would have gone, you feel me? But the guards were gone for so long that I felt bad for other people who weren't cool with people, you know? Like, people were picking on people and, you know, joking with people and, you know, just stupid shit. Like, oh, what you got for me? And acting like they're gonna run people's pockets. And it just turned so, like, jungle life right then and there. Like, people were taking advantage of the fact that we were out there. That this time, and it was at night, you know what I'm saying? So they were taking advantage of that shit. And that's the one time during a shakedown that I felt like if I would have got contraband found inside where my bunk was at, and they would have came and got me and put me in the box for it, which the box, nobody wants to go to the box. But I literally, at that moment, would have felt like the box would have been better than what was gonna happen on the rec yard. You feel me? And of course, you know, that was just my mind going. You know, if from me seeing and observing what was going down, how everybody was acting, I'm like, man, they finna find my phone out here. You know, I'm not finna let nobody like get to keep my phone. You feel me? I'm not gonna like stash it and take the risk of somebody else finding it or seeing me stash it, or see somebody try to run it with a knife and try to rob me for it when I'm trying to stash it. Or, you know, I'm not gonna like toss it and then somebody else get it and get away with it. Now they got their phone, you know, hell no. I'm getting caught with my phone, or that's it. You know, they're either finding it or they're finding me with it. There's no way in hell that somebody else is gonna get to keep my phone while I'm in the box, or there's no way that they're gonna get away with my phone. It's not gonna work like that. You know what I'm saying? And since I was out there on the rec yard, and I've had so many close calls with phones, you know, and the guards were already on my trail about so much stuff that it was like, I just sensed like I'm in a bad spot right now. You know what I'm saying? Like where I'm at, what I got going on, and how this is right now is a bad spot. And for some reason, it just popped up in my mind and made me think of my family on the streets. That's how I knew it was a bad vibe, for me to sense something. I had like a sense something was going to happen to me. And it didn't though, you know what I'm saying? But I just had a sense. Shit happened to a couple other people, of course, but me, I was straight. I was in the clear, you know what I'm saying? I did holler at one of my dogs though, and he let me know where Banger was at, you know, if worse comes to worse. I had homeboys and shit like that, but it just was crazy because them guards, man, they didn't handle the situation right. They left everybody on the yard for like 45 minutes in the dark, pouring down rain. Everybody's soaking wet. It's cold. People are screaming, aggravated because they ain't sleeping because they're cold. It was the craziest shakedown that I've ever been involved in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had plenty of them where they've had us hemmed up inside the dorm, or even had us on the rec yard for hours during the day, and that shit's nothing. It's a totally different vibe. It just felt like something you'd see inside of a scary prison movie. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made me want to come on here and share it with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to let y'all know what I went through, what I experienced. You feel me? It was like the total opposite of procedure is what they did that night. You know, by having us out in the dark, having us out there in the rain, no one watching us, left for 45 minutes. You know, they didn't close yard when people got wet up. Like, it was just one of those things where I'm like, man, they're all against the book tonight. They ain't, you feel me? And that's when prison looks real, real dangerous. You feel me? And I wanted to share this story because I didn't know if anybody out there has ever been through something like this during a shakedown. You know, has the guards ever left you out there stranded? You know what I'm saying? Like, normally they got you secured so you can't hand off shit and you can't make no moves and move around like you want to. But for this one here, man, it was free game. Like, it was like people were literally, like I said, pulling out phones, talking on the yard, like shit was sweet. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that I felt the tension in the air, it just felt like something was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That right there is a sign, and it'll make it to where I always remember this shakedown right here, compared to however many ones I went through other than that. Them shits were nothing, you know what I'm saying, compared to this one. That's why I wanted to come on here and tell y'all about the craziest prison shakedown that I went through. That's all I got for y'all today. Y'all make sure y'all let me know in the comment section, man, if y'all ever went through anything like this. Did they ever leave y'all on the rec yard during a shakedown and then they didn't handle the procedures the right way? Did they ever just leave you somewhere? Or did they ever have you out there at nighttime? You know, like, it's just crazy, like, when you're doing so much time and you're so used to what they're not supposed to do and what they do not allow, that it's just one night, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, they just do the opposite. Throw you out there. That shit was like a spooky situation. And I just felt like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna come on here and let everybody know. Shit, it is what it is. I had my chin up, man, and was out there, boy, but hey, you know, I'm only human, you feel me? That shit was kind of spooky. So I wanted to share it with y'all, man. But anyways, man, y'all drop in the comments. Let me know what y'all think, man. If y'all have ever been through any situation like this, if anybody's ever told you something that they went through in prison that was like a spooky situation, it was kind of like the guards wanted things to happen to certain people. That's how I was feeling. Like, it wasn't just the way the inmates were. It was like just the tension made me spooked. No, but I just had this feeling like it just all felt fake. Like, what was going on, it just all felt like there's no way this is going on right now. There's no way these guards are leaving right now when this just happened over here by the handball court. And then it's like, there's no way that they're all gone for this long. You know, you think about it. They locked people in the rec cage too, however many fit in there. You don't know who's in there with who. You know what I'm saying? Just imagine. You know, the rec yard might have been like this, but then you got the rec cage that's like this. You know, just imagine if you was in that rec cage, 70 people or whatever, and what was going to happen to you, you know, what it took place in there. That's even a smaller area for you to, like, try to protect yourself and handle up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit just felt like we were all trapped. If anything was gonna happen to us, it was gonna happen. You know, it wasn't no way around nothing. It was like, you're gonna have to go through whatever it is, and hopefully you come out on the good side at the end of it. That's how it was. That's what made it such a crazy shakedown to me. You know what I'm saying? Is because if I was one of them people that was inside the damn cage, you know, I could just only imagine. You know, I probably would have felt the damn tension and felt like something was wrong, and I probably would have jumped the gun and attacked somebody first or something, thinking they were looking at me like they were going to stab me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my senses normally don't lie, you feel me? So, like, for me to feel that type of way, and I had the whole rec yard, you know what I'm saying? But that was just, even though I had the whole rec yard, it was still, there was more people that had access to take place if anything went down, you know what I'm saying? That's what made it such a crazy thing to my, you know, opinion. That's why I wanted to share that with y'all. But anyways, man, I'm gonna wrap this one on up, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Like I always say, y'all don't forget, man, y'all can check me out, man. I'm on the gaming channel, Kfrog Gaming. We'll be over there vibing, hanging out, chopping it up, going live. You know what I'm saying? We talk about prison. We talk about everything over there. It's just I be gaming, though, at the same time. Instead of seeing my, you know, my setup like this, and, you know, you'll see the game behind me, but I still chop it up. I like to acknowledge everybody that comes in there, and of course, I love to see new faces, new names, you know what I'm saying? So check us out over there, and make sure y'all stay tuned to the next video. But like I always say before I go, make sure you keep them rats, squares, clowns, chomos, pedos, gunners, wannabe island boys, and clout chasers out your circle. And until next time, this the one and only, I am my team, Frog.
I'm a criminal, I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though.
I'm a cool nigga, but I got a limit though, cause I'm a criminal, yeah, I'm a criminal.